Good morning, everybody, and happy Labor Day weekend. It's Saturday, and the collegiate games are on today. I know I'm going to watch Alabama and Florida State, and that's a little bit later today, I hope. It's hard because, it used to be you watched the main networks, ABC, NBC, CBS, and then later Fox. I'll give them that. But anyway, now you got to hunt and peck and look and see what your pay-for streams are showing. All right, so for that, I like to do a little celebration snacky snacks. Today we're having cheeseburger sliders, and this is just for the game. This is really not dinner. I don't know, it just is for the game. I have some, what do we have here? 93.7 of the lean ground beef, 1 pound. I have half an onion. I got out another onion and then I found this in the fridge while I was hunting and poking for other stuff. So first I'm going to just do this and I'm going to get them all nice together. I'm going to drain off any fat, any juices so that it's good and dry. I'll be using this. I'll be using some other cheese as well because they are cheeseburgers. And my base for the sliders are, of course, King's Rolls. I got these out today and we must have mice. I'm kidding, you know that, I hope. What we have are young men who snack. I didn't want them all anyway. I just wanted to do a dozen, and I'll be using this baking dish and bake them off. And here we go. I did not say, but I'm going to serve it. I don't think I said. I'll be serving it with putting out, not serving. They'll be helping themselves to, we have a lot of different kinds of chips. We've got potato chips, tortilla chips, all kinds of stuff. So they can, over in the snack bin, let me show you. All right, this is where shoes go. Big working boys. Anyway, we've got in this bin, I'm going to throw away these Mokies and these popper things because they weren't very popular and they're getting older. We've got Pringles right there, tortilla chips, Terra chips, those are really good, but these are spiced with something, so they're different. They're Mediterranean flavor. Then they've got pickle balls, and they've got Ruffles in the brand of, what is that brand? It's Great Value from Walmart, but they're just as good as regular Ruffles. Anyway, onions and taters. Ooh, sweet potatoes. I gotta do those. Not today. It's too warm. Anyway, and then let's see, they've got, there's more chips hiding back there. They do not go there. I wonder why they're back there. Somebody's hiding them. And then these are their goodies. They've got some Frito dip here, cookies, crackers, nuts. And then there's chips there. There's Gardettos, Cheetos, Lay's. What are these? Oh, I got those at the grocery store. The Stranger Things chocolate chip cookies. And then there's fruit, but they're not going to eat that. I mean, not for today anyway. What I'm saying is there's plenty of chips on the side. I also have, what do I have? Those fries, those yummy fries. Let me show you. Since we're here by the freezer, let's do a walkthrough. I need to get them to finish that milk so I have the real estate in the fridge that I need. Anyway, there's asparagus, that's leftover bacon and sausage, or that is. I don't have any idea what this is. I better look, though. We got sandwich meat, mayonnaise, asparagus, spinach. Last night I cut up a load of peppers and onions because I was thinking I might do like a fajita thing with the rotisserie chicken. That's dirty. Not dirty, but it needs to be cleaned up. And one of the kids went to Costco and bought themselves some chicken bakes they're like a tortilla wrapped chicken for lunch at work and takes those. And there's eggs and there's blueberries. Those are from the yard. I need to make muffins out of those. And then I cut up the strawberries. I cut up a cantaloupe. There's a little bit of potato salad left over. And so you see they're not going to starve. Anyway, and there's all sorts of other stuff in here too that I'm not going to go through. I don't mean to scare the children or the dogs, but this is what my freezer in the house state is. I was going to show you the fries, and oh, here they are. Now these popsicles will slide out. Whoop. Not very many left. Let me show you. our new favorite French fries. Kirkland came from Costco, extra crispy French fries. And some people say they taste like Five Guys, fast food, Five Guys chips, potato, French fries. And so I would have to agree they don't taste like a regular frozen French fry. Think that Ore-Ida better run for their lives because this is the way to go. I'm seeing other brands come out like this. Okay, I'm gonna cut up this onion. All right, here we go. I opened and emptied this. Oh, I put on gloves because now I'm using raw burger. And I keep gloves always and forever, and I always have. It wasn't just at the beginning of the viral thing that went through the world, but I was glad to have them when it did because you couldn't get them very easily. All right, so there's the ground beef, and I put in about a half an onion-ish. I put some of it that I felt was more than enough. I put it in a bag in the fridge already chopped up and ready to go. Now I'm just gonna add some seasonings, and that will be garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. And that's it for seasonings. All right, there they are. They're in. I've got the garlic powder, the onion powder, the pepper, and the salt all in there. I am trying to use more of these basic seasonings when I cook. I've realized watching over the last 4 years, well, really longer than that, the last 4 years I've had a channel, watching, trying to learn better ways of doing things. And as it turns out, I don't use enough seasoning. And so nobody's told me that at home because they were born eating it, you know? I mean, that's just the way it's been. But I do need to use more. So to that end, it has more in it. Now I'm gonna mix it up with my fingers covered by gloves. But before I do that, here we have a little secret ingredient. It's not a secret. If you watch Anastasia's Kitchen, no, I'm sorry, Anastasia's not her name. Natasha's Kitchen, and I will link her below with hers. This is inspired by hers, but I didn't do as much as she did. She's over that. She's above I am doing what I am doing. So a little bit of this per her recipe says that it keeps the burger moist, and I fully believe her. And now we mixy with the fingers. All right, mixy, it's all together. It feels dark in here. I guess it's not any more dark than usual. Okay, I was looking up at the ceiling to see which lights were all on, and they're all on. I have this all mixed together. I'm going to transfer it to this, and I'm going to thoroughly cook it. Shoes in, heat's on low, and we're just going to cook that away. I meant to add that if you are not a fan of mayonnaise, this is totally optional. Don't feel like it's going to be any different or better or worse. It's just an added thing, and this family's into mayonnaise, so that's what it is. It's getting there, almost done. No more pink is left, so it's all done. The onions are softened enough. If I did it again, I might do the onions separate and really, nah, I might not. I like grilled onions very much, and you could still put grilled onions on these, you know, rings. That would make it even fancier. I took a dozen and I separated them, you know, with a knife, just halfway. Well, that was my plan, halfway. They're not exactly even. I do the best I can. So I wanted to line this with just good cheddar cheese, but I'm out of cheddar cheese slices, and I specifically wanted the slices because it keeps the bun from getting wet. It acts as a barrier, and it melts into the, it's good. So I'm also going to use some cheddar in just a minute on the top. So I'm opposed to this. It's not my favorite. The only thing I've ever eaten it in is grilled cheese sandwiches, and that's not very common for me to do, but I do it sometimes. I call it names. I don't like it. It'll work for this, though. Don't run. It's okay. There we go. I'm hoping that these onions on the top that are raw will stay a little bit crispy, but there'll be an extra something. I would put pickles in this, but I'm afraid to. So I'm going to do pickle on the side, just pickle spears, you know. And at this point, you could also put barbecue sauce and make it barbecue flavor. You could put ketchup, you could put mustard, you could put more mayonnaise. I'm not going to put anything. I'm going to let them crack it open and do what they want with it. Or dip it. They could just dip it in dipping sauce. Natasha did that with hers, kind of think of it. She had a bowl and it had a spicy, like a ketchup, mayonnaise, like just a bunch. You'll have to look at her channel and I will link it. I like to always say where I got inspiration. I don't like to say or hear the lady that did this or someone said they liked, you know, I like to give credit where credit's due. I'm not saying that anybody else is bad. I'm saying I feel bad when I don't do that. All right, we're almost done because these are cheeseburger sliders, cheeseburger onion sliders. I'm going to put in triple cheese. It's Vermont cheddar, sharp cheddar, and mild cheddar all mixed up and spread on the top with love. I don't know. Oh, I was trying to get the stuff out of the cracks and I put it on top and say, how did that get there? But it's fine. So I put a good amount. You know, I just opened this. It was new. I'm so sad that I didn't have the cheddar cheese, you know, slices that I hoped I'd have, but maybe this mix of Vermont sharp and mild will be even better, right? So I'm going to stick the lid on this and show you what I do next. So I just took the last of what was in my butter dish. It's about 1/4 of a cup because a stick is half and it was about half of a stick. And I'm just going to melt it in the microwave and I'm going to add some yummies to it to flavor it. And I'm going to brush the top, stick them in the oven, which I think I probably should have started preheating 10 minutes ago. Let's do that, shall we? And the reason that I wanted to do it is obviously for flavor, but also I wanted to do it because it's good for making a crispy top, you know, a prettier top. And so, you know, you're supposed to say appetite begins with the eyes. And so if it looks pretty, you know, people say yum, yum. All right, so I was get that down and use that for a still. So I'm going to put just a tiniest bit of paprika, and that's mostly for color. I'm going to use some more onion and some more salt, and obviously butter has a lot of flavor. So here we go with mixing that up. Okay, if you hear my dog, he's not suffering. The mailman is walking up the sidewalk to drop something on the package, and he's apparently not to be trusted. That's enough. All right, so that was the amount of paprika I put in there, not a whole lot. I said no. Shh, stop that. I'm sorry you had to hear that. All right, there's that seasoned butter on the top, nice and shiny. I made sure to drop a little in the crevices here, and then the little bitty bit I had left went around the edges. I don't know why, I just didn't know what else to do with it. You can't go wrong with more butter, right? Butter is love. It's about ready to go in the oven. It's not all the way preheated, but I need to get it in there. Okay, they're out of the oven, and there's all kinds of melty goodness. I'm going to do some slices to cut them apart for sure. Take one out, open it up, and let you see. I just took a serrated knife and kind of divided them, you know, but I don't know if I got them all right or not. They're certainly not even. So there's lots of cheese pull going on here. It's cooling, so I don't know if there will be here. Yeah, oh yeah. And then if this was mine, I would take this pickle and do slices and put it in there too. But this looks delicious. I am trying to eat low carb, so I had a bowl with everything in it but the bread and called her good, and it was delicious. In fact, I drew a lot of company from the dogs. I want to thank Natasha at Natasha's Cooking, and I'm going to link her below. Please check out her recipe for this. She does it better. It is her recipe. So, maybe I can get one of the guys to eat this, huh? Oh, crispy too. Listen to this. Oh, wait. Can't hear it. Maybe it's just me. I'm deaf. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like anything you see on my channel. I love it to see that, and I love to meet new people, and I will chat. If you chat, I will chat, even if you don't chat. Gotta go. The game starts in like, I don't know, 3 minutes. Alabama, Florida State. Here we go.